this is Green Street and this is the spot it's meant to be in. But yeah, there's a blue light there too and a blue light. I don't get that. They wouldn't have blue lights in the house. Oh, maybe. Yeah, it is in England at the moment. This is the current weather over there. What better way to go look at a haunted house than at night? Would have been better at night over there than in daylight. Is that your name tag walking around, Pete? Look at the little planes we had to fly in. Like fucking drones. From that police station over there, over the air, see that Metropolitan Police Airstrip? That was the closest thing to it. That had an airfield, so I picked there. It took me an hour to find this on Google Earth, because Google Earth had it blurred out. The family don't want people, harassing them or something. I went to Bing Maps. And Bing Maps is like the old Atlas. That's Pete.
Oh, yeah, hey, Bill. No.
Huh?
I'm just knocking to see if Bill's home.
Yes, I'd laugh if he answered, considering he's a Ghost. That's how he said it. Bill, 72-year-old man that died from a hemorrhage in a chair. And he goes, why can't the girl see you? And he goes, I'm invisible. And the dude goes, why are you invisible? I'm a Ghost. Like he's been a smart ass. 72. But he died at the age of 50-something. But when the family moved in, he would have been 72 at that age. So as far as he's concerned, he knows he died, but he thinks he's still alive because he's not dead, in the term where you... Yeah, but I think he treats that as sort of semi-alive because he's still counting his own birthdays. And he didn't want to move on. He was quite happy to stay behind. He's like, fuck, going to heaven. They're like, why don't you move on? He goes, I don't want to. Maybe. But then he said he was in the house not at his own free will. I don't know. The story on the movie is a bit different to the real life one when you look it up. In the movie he was, but in real life I don't know. In real life, none of the demons that were in the movie were present in real life. It was just Bill, that old man. That was haunting him, as you said. He was getting a kick out of him. Singing the crooked song, all sorts of the crooked man walked a crooked mile. You know that whistle, this old man, he came. Yeah, he was doing shit like that. But the kids also did admit that they pranked 2% of it when the journalists, everyone got. They just wanted to see if they would be able to tell if it was. They ended up finding out later, but yeah, the girls ended up admitting 2% of what happened. They ended up making up just to see if the media would figure it out, or 2%'s not much. And they do have recordings of speaking to the bloke. And when they were speaking to the bloke, they made the girl drink water and they taped her mouth shut. So how do you talk in an old croaky man's voice with your mouth taped shut with waterfall? Not in the recording. You hear it all, though. That's the downside. They didn't have video cameras back in them days like we do now. But do you know what's even more bizarre? Now we've got video cameras, you don't really see it now. And then I'm like, do the church even still do exorcisms? Yeah, they do. I thought they'd stopped it because too many deaths occurred. And they literally, no, people died during the shit. And they had to stop it. But no, according to her, she reckons they still do it. But I think it's like a longer process than even back then it was to get permission. And most of the exorcisms, they didn't even wait for permission. They just went, oh, fuck, by the time we get permission, you'll be dead. Because you've got to go through the church, then the diocese, then it's got to go to another one like the head of that country, then it's got to be referred to the Vatican, then the Pope's got to go, okay, I authorise a exorcism. Yeah, basically. Because they don't want to be associated with hoaxes and shit like that. So they want it really thoroughly investigated to see if it's really legit before they get involved. And if it seems like it's a hoax, they'd all run it. Even if it's legit. If that's why the kids shouldn't have played those 2% pranks, because it made the church go, fuck it, we're out of here. And then they didn't really have any help until, Ed and Lorraine Warren rocked up, which never were there in real life. They were not there in real life. They tried claiming they were to be the centre of all that attention when it happened. But they were never there whatsoever. It was a dude called Maurice Gross or something, and he lost his own daughter in an accident. That's what got him into paranormal shit. No, he believes that he's got a lot of evidence. Ed and Lorraine, about that particular incident, technically, yes. Because they didn't actually... I think they went there, did a photo op, and then took off back to America. Didn't even really help the family, like they do on the other ones. But the church sort of told them not to. The church said, just go there, observe shit, and if it all goes to shit, fuck off. And that's what would have happened in real life. They would have just done what they were told, went there, observed it, and then reported that to the church, and off they went. But they're making out, no, we performed exorcisms, all sorts of shit, and we're the only ones that went back because the church done a runner. We're the good guys, trying to make themselves look good, when they weren't really even there for that long. They were there probably, half a day, and then boom, off they went. Basically. They did it with all the other cases too. They sort of exaggerate, like 50% of it's exaggerated by those two to make it seem way more fucked up than it really is. But the Devil Made Me Do It case is real. I googled that one. There is, and I watched a documentary where they speak to the real people. You know, the kid that supposedly got possessed by the devil, murdered someone, and ended up on trial then he tried saying he's not guilty due to the devil made me do it shit. He got 5 years manslaughter instead. Jury didn't convict him of murder. But the judge literally said, I can't put the devil on trial. So he sort of dismissed those possession shit, even though he was Catholic himself. He's like, I sort of believe this, but how do you put a demon on trial? It's not really possible. They reckon they will one day do it. A bit like that Billy Colony movie where he sued God. Remember his boat fucked up? Remember, what do you call it? His boat got hit by lightning and he tried to get the insurance company, but they said it was an act of God. Yeah. And then the church refused to do anything, so he took him to court. It was an Aussie movie, fucking hilarious. And then at the end of the movie, it's like God was there the whole time. You see a bunch of doves flying out the church that were over. It was just fucking, it was a comedy. It was a brilliant movie.
They've got In God We Trust.
It's called The Man Who Sued God.
See him. So why have they got In God We Trust?
But one of these houses should be the haunted house, but it doesn't have street. Have you found any street signs, Pete? It should be directly opposite this school near this crossing. There was two houses that the marker was pointing at. The marker was sort of pointing in between these two houses here on Bing Maps. But if it said 284, it'd make it easy. It's in a game. The people can't see me at the house fucking flashing this. Imagine if they could, that'd drive me nuts, huh? People from games annoying the hell out of people.
Jeez alive.
Have all these artificial simulated lights turning on in your house. And all these freaking toms that you can't see. You would never go out of your house. Just have blinds shut all the time. Hey, I'm sitting down there, I'm just showing Mum and Pete this haunted house.
I don't know. Do they have street signs?
They should.
I don't know. I've
Every
never seen
country
them.
has street signs, they do too. But I don't know if they're in the game. I know in real life, there's a tree up the end there, corner intersection, maybe that might give a clue. All I know is it's in front of this school. The school's at the back of that warehouse there. There's some school just at the back of that, and it looked like a Nazi symbol. It literally sort of, not exactly a Nazi symbol, but when I saw the shape, I went, that looks a bit like a Nazi symbol.
Supposed to be.
That's the first thing that popped in my head was swastika. Even though it doesn't look like, it's starting to shape. Well, there's a bottom half of it that looks like one, but not the top half. That's how I found it easy, because the house is literally opposite that. across the road from that crossway, and there's two of them, and it was marked around there on the corner near the crossway. That's the crossway there. And yeah, that's a warehouse, and the school should just be behind that. At the other end, they're like a couple of 100 metres down that way. So you'd probably go down that street up there on the intersection. I don't know if this is the street. But yeah, it should be just around here somewhere. I'm assuming it's the one with the blue light. I reckon they made it blue just to give you a bit of a clue. But they're miles, that's a bit further away, and the house is literally... Yeah, that would literally be it, Jody. It has to be. Because where the marker is, that I marked on the Bing maps when I looked, that's one of these three... Well, it's either that house, that one there, or that one, or that one. It can't be that one because they had a top floor with a funny-looking dome shit like that one there. And that's the only one with the funny-looking dome near the edge of the street. But I'm not sure if they had two. I think they only had the one, so that might be it here. Oh no, can you go to the back of the house? It's either that house, or that one, or that one I told you with the flashy blue light. But that one there doesn't even have a dome at the front, so that's not it. Their house had one of these, like, arched dome things. See how it's got, like, a dome circle type window? That one doesn't. So it's one of them three houses. Could be that one too, possibly. I know Ed walked around the back and hopped in the cellar, but I don't know if you can see that in the game. Could even be that house, but that doesn't look big enough for a family of fucking 7. I can't see street signs, but according to the things, it should be like right, literally one of these houses. It's either from there, see the house I'm pointing at now, up to that house with the blue light. So it's either one of them houses there. Can't be any others. But I'm guessing it's a blue light to give you a bit of a clue. But then why did the one way down the end of it? Maybe they let you know that's the street you're meant to be on. I don't know. It's a bit odd they got blue lights. Normally they're orange. I've never seen blue lights like that in the game anywhere. Normally they're the orange looking shit. Like those lights there, and like see how all the other windows are lit orange? Normally it's like that, but that one's blue there. That one's blue, and I've never seen it anywhere else in the game. Ever. Not even in Australia. So I'm guessing that's where they're saying the haunting took place, between that area. But I don't think anything happened on the streets or anything. Just in the house. So I don't know why they'd go mark way down there. Unless that's how you can tell it's the street. Maybe there's a street sign down there. All I know is there's a crossing, because I saw it on Bing Maps, and the house was literally opposite that. So it should be this house here, technically. That one right there, by rights, if it goes by the picture, because it wasn't on that side of the crossing. But I don't know if that crossing's accurate. No, only look. Can't go in the house, which would be cool if you could. Someone would have to handcraft it physically in real world and upload it for you to buy, and then you would. Someone could do that. Create a haunted location type thing and upload shit that's handcrafted for people to walk around and look. No one else has done it. Why not? Me and you could do it, Pete. But you'd have to get photos of the real house, though, and I don't know how you'd be able to get that. Family's all uppity, unless you pay them a shitload of money. Anyone would do anything for money, and if it's got none of their personal shit in it, and it's just a picture of the house with what it looked back then, they might be sort of okay with that.
We going to find the other one?
The real house anyway. No one would be there. What's that, Pete?
Are we going to that other one?
Not at the moment. I was going to head off and then come back once Jody's left.
Okay.
No, because I don't know where all the other ones are yet. I've got to Google them. It took me an hour to find this one on the real maps.
Okay.
This one